Most people think of French stews, they think of kind of really heavy winter stews. Winter season is over, and now what's in fashion is a spring stew. So what we're going to do is a light stew which has a light broth with lots of green fresh vegetables and some spring lamb.
Start off by putting garlic and half an onion into a big casserole pot.
I'm a bit lazy, so I try and put everything in one pot. Anything to save washing up, that's my motto. So I've got cut of lamb, which is fairly cheap, the neck. And the great thing about the neck part is it has the bone, which gives you the rich stock and a bit of fat. So that's a perfect combination for a stew.
Searing the lamb will caramelise the sugars that come to the outside of the meat and create extra flavour.
You can actually smell it. When the meat starts to brown, it gives off that lovely, rich, meaty smell. Makes you very hungry. So while that's browning, I'm going to grab 2 carrots. I'm just going to get my other bits and bobs.
My makeshift herb box is just the job in my little flat, as I'm going to need some bay leaf and thyme for the stew. Now add enough cold water to cover the meat. No need for stock, as the herbs and flavour from the meat do the job.
I'm going to put the lid on that. And that's that. You just let that simmer along, and in 2 hours' time you have dinner ready.
And in the meantime, start making the mint sauce. Now this couldn't be simpler, and it's so tasty. Chop the mint finely. Add a teaspoon of salt and sugar, some hot water and white wine vinegar. The French might serve this with Dijon mustard, but for me, it's gotta be the mint. Then leave it in the fridge to chill.
Et voila!
Then sit back, relax and let that stew scrumptious magic happen.
Wow, that certainly smells good. So I think we can finish off with some fresh vegetables. Now I'm going to add the beans.
I'm using beans and peas. These are classic ingredients for this type of French stew. To make it more filling, you could use broad beans and new potatoes.
So that's looking very spring-like with that bright green colour and the orange. Lamb and mint sauce. The French always go, oh, you've got to be kidding. They can't, they can't comprehend that idea of putting mint sauce with meat. It's like, ooh. Okay, so I think the vegetables are done. Yeah, they look great. I can turn it off actually because it's all cooked. That's really good. Yeah. For me, that doesn't need any seasoning because you have the lovely meaty flavours from the lamb, you've got the carrots which add a bit of sweetness, and then you've got the bay leaf and the thyme. That's perfectly flavoured for me. So there's my spring lamb stew with a dollop of homemade mint sauce.
A simple but much loved Parisian supper. And with a big helping of mint sauce, it's a little taste of home.